What's going on? What's going on? I had to let that go, y'all. What's going on? Uh, we're gonna be doing 420 reps. Shout out to Jacob Love. Shout out to Jacob. I got this routine from Jacob. And the reason I'm doing it because it includes inverted rows. And I know inverted rows ain't tough. They easier than pull-ups because you're using biceps, but they not easy at all. The only difference I'm gonna do is he did 10 diamonds in between each round. I'm gonna do 20 shoulder whips in between each round. And also he had his legs bent. I'm gonna have my legs straight out when I do it. And we're gonna do them in increments of 2. So we're gonna go up the ladder to 20, then we're gonna come down the ladder. We're gonna go up the ladder to 20, go down the ladder to 20. So we're gonna do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way up to 20, and 2 rep increments. So shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Jacob for this routine. Luke 96, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we about to shout out to Jacob, man. I'm about to do his routine. Just gonna put my little twist on it, like I always do, and make it 400 reps. It's gonna be end up being 200 pushes and 220 inverted rows. 220 inverted rows and 200 pushes. That's how we getting it today. Yeah, when I was pulling up at the shop today, I seen this dude. He walking, and he like tears coming out his eyes. You know what I'm saying? I had to say something. 'Cause that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you alright, man? I'm like, you alright, bro? And he like, yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. He like, man, my girl just put me out and woo this, woo that. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing it's always two sides to every story, though. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got any money? You know what I'm saying? You straight? He like, yeah, I got a couple of dollars, man. I'm finna go to my mama house. He was kind of young. He looked like he probably was like mid 20s or something. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him a couple of bucks. I'm like, here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, so you hopefully you can enjoy the day. You know what I'm saying? So he got to telling me, what happened and all that type of stuff. And I had to tell him, man. It just made me think, like, you know what I'm saying? Man, we got to start knowing our worth. We got to start knowing our value. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because somebody else can't see your value or see your worth, you know what I'm saying, or respect your value or respect your worth, you got to know this. You know what I'm saying? And when you know this, that's what make you keep your head up. That's what make you keep your chest out. You know what I'm saying? When you know your worth, when you know your value. You know what I'm saying? We got to start looking at ourselves like diamonds, like gold. You know what I'm saying? Like gold and diamonds, they don't lose their value. You know what I'm saying? Now in the market here, go up and down and shit like that. But I'm talking about in reality. Gold, you can sit on some gold, you can sit on some diamonds for hundreds of years, and it's still gonna have its same worth. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to start looking at ourselves, man. We can't let people dictate. You know what I'm saying? What our worth is. You know what I'm saying? Now, true and all, I don't know both sides of the story. I don't really know what's going on. But I just seen a grown man walking down the street with tears in his eyes, man. And it almost brought tears to my eyes. So I had to let him know, man, you know your worth, man. You gotta know your worth, man. And a lot of times we base our worth on how much money we got, you know what I'm saying? Or how much material things we have, you know what I'm saying? And that don't have nothing to do with your worth, you know what I'm saying? Once you know your worth, all that stuff gonna be added on to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Say, seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added on to you, man. That's the first thing you're supposed to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta find yourself and know who you are. Once you know who you are, and you got that established in your mind of who you are, just because somebody don't want to be in your life or don't want to be around you or don't want to mess with you, it's not gonna make you feel no type of way because you know your worth. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that in mind, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You worth, and the word of God say you worth more than gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? So just know y'all worth, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just because I was with my oldest son mother, I was with a female after that. You know what I'm saying? And both of them cheated on me. Both of them left me. You know what I'm saying? My son, my oldest son mother, shit, she told me I wasn't gonna never be shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the one winning now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know, yeah, a lot of my family members and stuff looked at me like I was gonna be dead or in jail. But man, you gotta know your worth, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand your worth, man, it don't matter who walk away. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter because you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know you worth more than, you know, uh, what they think of you. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody walk out your life, man, obviously they don't think you worth nothing. They don't think you bring nothing to the table. So you don't need them around you anyway. You need people around that's gonna uplift you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hold you down when you down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pick you up when you ain't feeling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what you need around you, man. Yeah, but that almost broke my heart seeing that young cat walking down the street with tears in his eyes this morning, man. Early in the morning, 8 o'clock. But ain't no even no matter what, if he was in the wrong or not, whatever it was, he was feeling the emotions behind it. You know what I'm saying? Him telling me his story, he was trying to make it seem like he was in the right. You know what I'm saying? Man, I tell him like, man, you go back to your people's career, man, and you don't lean on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about nobody kicking you out. You know what I'm saying? You get your shit together. You take care of your business. Know your worth, man. What's up, DJL? How you feel, bro? Yeah, Luke probably checked in and checked out. I'm finna do this Jacob Love routine, man. Yeah, I was just talking about worth though, DJL, man. And it kind of made me think of you when I am myself too when I seen dude walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? With them tears in his eyes, man. He told me a story like, you know what I'm saying? Just know your worth, man. Once you know your worth, man, can't nobody make you walk around with your head down. Can't nobody make you walk around with your chest up in, man. Once you know your worth, man, you're gonna walk with your head up and your chest out no matter what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And I learned too. I'm learning too about this in this YouTube thing. We ain't even gonna acknowledge or respond to no trolls at all. None. If they ain't uplifting, if they ain't encouraging, if they ain't motivating. We ain't gonna mention them. We ain't gonna delete them unless they say some gay shit. If they say some gay shit, we delete them. But anything other than that, we just gonna let them troll. We ain't even gonna acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So let's get it though. Enough talking, man. Let's get to it. Start this routine. I know it's gonna be tough, man. Shout out to Jacob Love, man. Cause I know that shit wasn't easy, man. But let's get it. 20 pushes. So we're gonna do the rows in two. We're going up the ladder. We're gonna do them in 2 rep increments, all the way to 20. And we're gonna do so that'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's 10. So that'll be 100. Okay, now you know what? I'm gonna do 10 pushes. I'm gonna do 10 pushes. So that'll give me 420 instead of 20. That'll give me 200 pushes and okay, so Jacob Love did 420 reps yesterday. Shout out to Jake. But it's gonna be a tough. Uh, Trajectory change. How do you make it through the tough sort of? Just keep training. Trajectory change. Said how you get through. He said how you get through the tough sore days. Just keep on training. I promise you, once you get through training, the soreness is gonna go away some. Of course, you're gonna be still sore, but after you get through training, it's gonna go away some. Unless you're doing some crazy, crazy shit like I did the last a couple of weeks ago, when I did all them days of them hammer, them hammer pushes and them skull crushing, and tricep dips. My shit didn't go away for about 3, 4 days. No matter how much I try. And I might give me 50 pulls in after this too. Know y'all worth though, man. You worth more than silver, gold, rubies, diamonds. You worth more than that, man. And don't none of that stuff lose his value, man. So don't let nobody feel like you lost your value because they don't respect you. They don't want to be around you. Because motherfuckers like, they love tearing motherfuckers down, man. You know what I'm saying? When they don't want to be with you no more, they going to try to tear your ass down, man. Fuck them. Yeah. Luke, what's up? Improve your recovery. There you go, right there. DJ L. Yeah, talk to the people, man. That's money. Keep it real. No doubt. We on 6, y'all. We on 6. Yeah, man. Hurt my heart, man. And that happens a lot of times with the young cats, man, because they ain't really been through no real relationships, you know what I'm saying? So when they do get in one, somebody don't want to be with you no more. Nah, the world came to the end. But that's why you need to know yourself, man, for real. Know who you are, man. Know your worth. Right now, it don't even matter. I love the shit out of my wife, but if she walk away, I'ma still be good because I know who I am today. I know who I am today. Now, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have been fucked up, ready to leave myself. But right now, I know I can stand alone. I don't need nobody. Then the thing about it is, once you know your worth, you ain't got to chase no more. You ain't got to chase no more. You ain't got to chase females. You ain't got to chase friends and none of that. Once you know your worth, man, you're gonna attract people to you. Ain't no more chasing. You don't got to chase nobody. I might walk beside my wife, but I'll never walk behind her. You know what I'm saying? I'm either be in front or beside her, but I'll never be behind. That's with anybody, friends, associates, or anything. I'll walk beside you. I might walk even in front of you, but I'll never walk behind nobody. Straight up. I know who I am. And I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? And I bring a lot to the table. That's the thing too. Motherfuckers don't be making themselves assets. I tell people that come work for me all the time, you gotta make yourself an asset, man. You gotta make yourself an asset. You gotta bring something to the table that ain't everybody ain't bringing. So when it's time to let people go, you know what I'm saying? They gonna look over you because you bring something extra to the table, man. And that's how I always been all my life. We on 8. Yeah. So y'all keep y'all head up out there, man. Don't let nobody distort your worth, man. Had my man walking down the street at 8 o'clock in the morning, crying tears. I remember them days, man, as a young cat, not knowing life gonna get better later. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing life get greater later. You know, thinking the end of the world every time some type of situation or somebody walked out my life, you know, that I really cared about or something, thinking it was the end of the world. They weren't supposed to be there no way. When you're young, you think you have to participate to be accepted. The truth is you don't, and they respect that even more. Do your own thing. No greatness came from being same as everyone else. You're right about that. I promise you. Like I used to be on Facebook all the time, you know, trying to show people like my growth. And, you know, because on Facebook, you connected to more of your family and friends and shit like that. So, you know, people be posting them and they on vacation and they good days and all that. They little quotes and shit. But I used to be on there because I used to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wasn't the most responsible person. When you reckless with your money, you're going to always part from it. So I wasn't always responsible with my money and shit like that. I was one of the fools that always parted from his money and shit like that. But I promise you, once I stopped seeking attention and validation and appreciation and the pats on the back, when I stopped that shit, that's when I seen that's when I seen my elevation go from what I thought was like, man, I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, show me some love, show me some appreciation, show me some gratitude. Once I left all that shit alone, man, my shit went from here to here like that. You know what I'm saying? Once I stopped giving a fuck about validation, man, and attention, you know what I'm saying? Too many motherfuckers caught up in attention and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even now, like, I'm getting better with my emotions because I'm the type of person, y'all know, y'all see me on here. Motherfucker come on here and say some crazy shit, I go, fuck off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get better, even better with that, you know what I'm saying? But they say, man, if you know it all already and you think everything under control already, you ain't growing, you know what I'm saying? So I just be trying to get better every day, man. You know, the number one thing about getting better is recognizing your flaws. That's the only way you're gonna get better. Is when you recognize, when you can actually look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I ain't finna let people keep having control over my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Live a little, cry a little, and move on. Rent and respect. The more you expose yourself to experiences, the less it'll get scared to. Because this is just another Tuesday, no doubt. Yeah. So like, um, um, what I was gonna say? Let's get this 8 in. No, that was 8. This 10. Yeah, man. I promise you. Once I stop seeking validation, man, shit start to change, man. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. My wife, she used to always chin check me with shit like, motherfucker. I feel like I be on social media and I feel like a motherfucker directing themselves towards me. I wouldn't know who they was talking to, but if I felt like they was directing themselves towards me, I'm jumping in their comments at their ass. Now you know these people you grew up with, Facebook people, family and shit. Sometimes I overreact. So yesterday I heard a little something and I wanted to react to that shit. And I was telling my wife about it. And she like, she'd be like, back then, she'd be like, nah, just leave it alone. I'd be like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, because she ain't really never break it down, but yesterday she was like, you about to react to something that somebody said, but in reality, what you said was real, but they inadequate. You know what I'm saying? They inadequacy. You know what I'm saying? Made them feel some type of way. Basically, they pride. You know what I'm saying? So they said what they said based off they not reaching that standard or that what you trying to put in place. And so you're gonna react to what they said, but in reality, it's almost like a self defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Instead of motherfucker taking what you saying and applying it to their world, knowing that it's the right thing to do. It's not like I'm telling somebody to do something negative or do something bad or do something that's gonna hurt them in the long run. I'm telling people shit that's gonna help them in the long run. I talk about sacrifice and shit. You know what I'm saying? So uh, when she broke it down like that, it made me think. I'm like, okay, okay. And then all night, that's all I was thinking about. Like, nah, you know what? You got to start controlling your emotions more. I'm a whole lot better than what I used to, but I definitely could get better. And I'm like, you're right. I got you. And she was like, for real? You gonna listen to me? I was like, yeah, I got you. Because she broke it down, and I never really looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what that go back down to knowing your worth. You know, when you know you putting positive stuff out there, man, you ain't trying to you ain't telling nobody go kill, steal, destroy. You ain't telling nobody uh to do anything destructive that's gonna hurt them in the long run, man. You trying to tell people, look, you know what I'm saying? Only it ain't like I'm some multi-millionaire, none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I came a long way from where I was at. And I never thought I'd be in this position where I could tell people about the language of money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I be wanting people to level up. You know what I'm saying? And when you level up mentally, you're gonna level up everywhere else in your life. You know what I'm saying? Period. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Poverty is a mindset. You know what I'm saying? So I know I get good information on about, and it's really not nothing really to it. What it really comes down to is just motherfuckers being able to sacrifice. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And I talk like, and believe it, like I look at it like this: if you ain't got shit, you can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Period. If you ain't got shit, you can't tell me shit. And I ain't just talking about like money. I'm talking about like knowledge. Motherfucker, I listen to anybody. I could get game from anybody. You know what I'm saying? So if you got knowledge in somewhere where I'm lacking that, I'm gonna soak that shit up. Long as it's elevating me. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can apply it to my life and it can take me further in my life. You know what I'm saying? On the positive side, I'm gonna take that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat that shit and throw the bone away. But when a motherfucker don't got shit, you know what I'm saying? I only hold conversations with my, like, it be like, it's put it like this. I'll be in my shop and it'll be a customer come in and be like, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to do that. I'll be like, all right, what kind of business you got? Oh, I don't got one, but I'm thinking about getting me one. Oh man, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Now, if you, I know plenty of bosses. That's just how the game go. When you start owning shit and running businesses and shit, other people who run businesses in the community and shit, y'all gonna start coming together some way, somehow. Y'all gonna start talking. You know what I'm saying? Now, when they come in and they give me, I take them and I give them suggestions too at the same time. But you can't give me no suggestions about nothing that you have no experience in at all. You know what I'm saying? Period. It's just like with this training shit. Pain is the price we pay in order to feel anything. Definitely is. It's a fact. Like I always say, without hate, you wouldn't know love. Without evil, you wouldn't know good, man. Yeah. Yeah, so I promise you, I'm finna get way better than that. Like, dude just jumped in the comments earlier in the chat and said, I ain't even respond to him. I ain't say nothing to him at all. I ain't even mention his name. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get that shit. No type of attention. No type of attention. I ain't giving no motherfuckers who seeking attention at all. Period. That's what people be. That's what people seek that shit when they lacking something inside of themselves. You know what I'm saying? People be needing that shit when they lacking something inside of themselves. I'm gonna say that one more time. People be needing that attention, validation, because they lacking something within themselves. Me, I'm man, I'm full. Got everything I need in me to keep pressing forward, without no validation, without no pats on the back. You know how you have like celebrities and these rich influencers, these rich athletes. You see them everywhere. But like I said a few weeks ago, like when I went downtown, spent the night with my wife, you know what I'm saying? In that hotel's a fucking penthouse on the top. Don't nobody know who that man or lady, whoever stay up in that penthouse. But they multi-millionaires staying downtown in Chicago in a penthouse. Yeah, you ain't just working on 9 to 5, staying downtown Chicago in a penthouse. See, you know what I'm saying? I could be one of them people. I definitely can. I don't need no spotlight. I don't need no attention or nothing. I don't need to prove shit to nobody about how much money I got. I could just have that shit and live good for the rest of my motherfucking life. Live a high life for the rest of my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Check out this bitch. Straight up. Nobody got to know my name. No nobody got to motherfucker come check my outfit out every day. None of that shit. Like I just uh I just bought me 2 more Gucci hats, right? And it's crazy because my son, and my wife, we was talking about son. I can't really remember. And that's what I was. I was like, I was talking about the tension on social media and shit. I'm like, I don't got to do that shit no more. I don't gotta. When I go on vacation, post pictures of me on the beach and all that shit. I don't got to do that shit no more. I know who I am. I don't need no validation. He like, that's coming from somebody who just bought they sells 2 Gucci hats. I said, I did that for me. I did that for me. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. You know what I'm saying? If I want to grab a few of my heart's desires, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that. But I don't do it to impress nobody or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little trophy for me. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? When I walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to wear none of that shit. You ever saw the image of the Buddhist monk sitting in the middle of the street, setting himself on fire while meditating? I did. What the hell? Yeah, this was I was in all day in the shop and everything. I was in the shop prepping. I got up. I was in the shop by 8 o'clock this morning, and I ain't come back home till just now when I started training. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but what's the point of that, Luke? What you telling me that for? Nah, I never seen or heard of that. Now give me the metaphor for it. Yeah, give me the metaphor for that, Luke. Yeah, give me that metaphor. Yeah, we don't seek validation, man. We don't seek attention. My whole point was coming on social media and show my calisthenics journey, my weight loss journey, and it grew into that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start telling my story, my life story. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start telling people about how discipline and sacrifice not only supposed to apply to you training, but it's supposed to apply to your whole life, man. Like when people see me, they see I'm in pretty good shape. You know what I'm saying? But I remember my finances was decent and my body wasn't nowhere near in shape. I'm like, hold on. This shit's supposed to apply everywhere. What they say, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's how I want this shit to be. So I've been going hard in my business for 9 years. Why not go hard on this body and on this mind too? You know what I'm saying? Apply that shit to this. Now, going to my shop and applying that discipline and sacrifice, that shit's super easy now. That's some mad self-control. The trick is not to evade the pain, but let it in. That's crazy. Hey, Luke, I feel it, but I feel like you can you can do that another way. Hey, that's some crazy endurance. All right, Jake, be safe, y'all. Hey, you got Johnny stuff? All right, yeah. Hey, what was his degrees of burns like? Him for him proving that point, Luke. What was his degrees of burns? I think he could have proved that another way, man. Oh, yeah, shout out to Jacob Love, man. Shout out to Jacob Love for this routine. Shit ain't easy. 20 rolls straight. Even though you using the same muscles used for pull-ups, but it's a little more biceps in it too. So it make it a little easier than a pull-up. But it's still money. Only difference is I got my legs straight out on it. So I'm getting more muscle activation. But we all start somewhere though. When I first started doing rows, I used to have to bend my knees too. It's all money though. Only money I don't count is nothing. When you do nothing, if you gotta do push-ups from the wall, if you gotta use a assistant band, a resistant band is an assistant band. Whatever work for you. I'm doing. I told my wife, it's 20 now. I told my wife, I might go out today. I got a half a day. Go out by myself. Throw on some clothes, take a shower, throw on some clothes, and go to the restaurant on the river or something and eat me some lunch by myself. I don't need nobody, I'm telling y'all. Nobody. By myself. Watching the boats go past and watching the people move. And enjoy myself by myself. Uh, it's like something. He died out of protest to government oppress the religion in South Vietnam. It's a very old Buddhist practice of self-sacrifice to draw attention. Religion, yeah. South Vietnam, yeah, they do that shit over there in China. They do that shit in North Korea. I didn't know they did that shit in South Vietnam too. Uh, Trajectory change. Say solo lunch dinner sounds good. Yes, it does, man. Yeah, when you can find yourself to the point where you can be isolated and you don't need no type of entertainment, you don't need no distractions, you don't need no company. You really found yourself. You really, really found yourself. In my opinion, like I don't need to watch no TV. I don't watch TV as it is. I don't watch sports. None of that. I don't got nothing against people doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, because every now and then I might watch a little bullshit movie to go to sleep on. But as far as like just spending hours of the day sitting there watching TV or hours of the day watching different sports and all that shit, or music videos and shit. Man, I could drive. Like we drove when we came back from Wisconsin on our last little trip. I drove my wife drove going. I drove the whole way back. No music. Damn that 3 hour ride. I don't need no music, man. I just be in my thoughts. You know, I'm watching, looking at the landscape and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the different cars go past and shit. You know what I'm saying? Different brands of cars and shit. I'm looking at the landscape. Eat. Yeah. Yeah, 20 rolls straight ain't no joke. Yeah, so of course I was watching for the state troopers too. I was doing about 85 and a 70. Even though the GPS was saying was calling out the radar detectors and shit, speed traps and shit, but I'm still watching. I ain't gonna put all my dependency on AI and shit. You know, motherfuckers think AI perfect. Remember, AI was made by man, and man ain't perfect. And anything made by man ain't perfect. That's why you can get a brand new car right off the showroom floor with 0 miles on it and drive it 100 miles and the transmission go out on you. Yeah, that's what I was telling my wife yesterday. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm like, let's get dressed and dip out for a little while. Now, one lie told OG, I think that's the pinnacle of life right there. Toast one up for me today. No doubt. I got you. Now we finna go down the ladder. It definitely is, man. It definitely is. You know what I'm saying? When you can be by yourself, man, you in a good place in your life, man. It's hard for people to be by themselves. What they say, misery love company, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why people gotta go out every weekend. They gotta go to the club. They gotta always go to some social event. They always gotta go to a concert. They always gotta go to. They gotta always be around people because if they by themselves, they fuck around and delete themselves. They can't take being by themselves. Me, I'm perfectly comfortable with that shit. I've been through it already. You know what I'm saying? When I first started my journey, seeking myself, seeking the kingdom of heaven, man, I was totally separated, totally isolated. By myself, man. I felt like I had concrete on my feet. I couldn't even walk out the door. I ain't want to see nobody living life, man. I just wanted to I was just sick. I was sick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm well now. I've been healed. I was sick. Point is not minding that it hurts. You feel it, but you don't respond. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like Shorty this morning. And I seen him walking down the street crying tears. Because his girl kicked him and his girl got into it and she kicked him out. He crying too. He looked like he was in his mid-20s and shit. Yeah. So sometimes when people hurt us, we tend mentally, emotionally, we tend to want to hurt them physically. But I asked him that too. I'm like, you ain't put your hands on her now. He like, nah, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. I'm like, all right, man. Don't put your hands on a woman because she don't want to be with you no more and shit. Let her ass go. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. It's her loss, not yours. We pick your shit up and get your shit together. Now you finna go. He said he was on his way back to his mom house. Now you finna go back to your mom house. Go get you a job. Go motherfucking sacrifice. Put away that shit. You don't be staying with your mama. You ain't gotta pay no bills. You ain't gotta do none of that shit. Now you can just stack your paper up and make sure you got. Don't just move out when you got enough to move out. Make sure you triple that shit up. So when you move out, you still have a little cash. And you keep on working, you be able to pay your bills and shit. So it's like my son, he 19, he ain't got no car. He could go buy his own car if he wanted to. I ain't even got to buy him no car. But he ain't bought him no car yet. But I already taught him like, you know what I'm saying? You got us, you be straight. If you want to use a car, you use a car. But you don't want to buy nothing right now. Remember, you got to put gas in that shit. It's maintenance on the car and all that shit. Go on and get yourself all the way established first, man. Keep stacking your money, man. And that's what we here for, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. So you can get your shit together. So when you leave the nest and you build your own nest, you ain't got to fly back to my nest because your nest fell apart. Oh, yeah, yeah. When I was 19, my daddy kicked me out the nest. I was not ready to fly. And it took me a long time to learn how to fly. I was an eagle walking on the ground like a chicken. Only thing I could do is flap my wings and jump a little bit. I thought I was a chicken. I thought I knew I had wings. I just couldn't fly. When I figured out I was an eagle, I started soaring. That's most people's problems. Point is not mine. That, yeah, that's most people's problems. Motherfuckers moving around like chickens and don't understand they eagles. And the only other bird that soar alone is hawks. The only other bird that soar alone is hawks. Only difference between a hawk and an eagle, it can't soar as high as an eagle. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, all the other birds, they flock together, man. Even vultures fly in a flock. You know what I'm saying? Even vultures fly in a flock. Yeah, the pigeons, the cardinals, the bluebirds, all them motherfuckers flying flocks and shit. The hummingbirds, sparrows, all of them. They all just flock up, fly together. You know what I'm saying? That's a true cliche. Birds of a feather flock together, man. I could soar alone, man. Straight up. I'm happy with myself, man. Straight up. I'm happy with myself. I came a long way from who I used to be, man. Straight up. A long way. And I finally found some peace in my life. I ain't gonna say I'm the happiest person in the world. I ain't gonna say I'm happy at all. Ah, ah, 18. Ah, but I'm definitely at peace with myself. For the first time in my life, over the past, I'm gonna say 5 years, this is the most I ever been at peace with myself in my whole life. Now, what I need to learn is to quit letting people disturb my peace. And that's another reason why I don't mind being alone. I don't mind being alone. Because when you by yourself, you ain't got to worry about yourself disturbing your peace. You don't really know peace until you can be by yourself. Once you can master the art of being by yourself, you found peace within. Facts. No doubt. Definitely true. Amazing physique, bro. You're shredded. Gulliman, appreciate that. But I got a long way to go, though. But I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate the validation. But I know I still got a long way to go. But I appreciate it. Succeeded in life. Walking through fire. You're good, B. Appreciate that, Lou. Appreciate it. Definitely walked through some fire, man. I was like that monk, man. Only thing is, I ain't necessarily use literal fire, but I definitely was in a spiritual fire, for real. I made it out on the other side. Good. We're doing that together, brother. No doubt, no doubt. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Good, man. I hope I ain't chopping your name up, man. Hope I ain't chopping your name up. We definitely doing it together, man. That's the thing, man. When people trying to get somewhere and they see you trying to get somewhere, it ain't no problem with showing somebody love, man. It ain't no problem with showing somebody love, because y'all on the same path. That's the thing. That's why them trolls come in and be hating and shit. Because they ain't in alignment with you. You know what I'm saying? So they be actually mad. What's up, Abundant? Yeah, they be actually mad. You know what I'm saying? Because they see you trying to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So they be actually mad at that. So it'd be hard for them to like show some love or give you a compliment or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they be bullshit motherfuckers. Every time you see a motherfucker trolling, they a bullshit motherfucker. But I ain't giving them no more attention. Yeah, Abundant, I'm doing the Jacob Love routine. 20 straight, 20 straight rows ain't easy, y'all. So shout out to Jacob Love. One thing different is I'm holding my legs straight out, which make it a little tougher than when you got your legs bent. And he did diamonds, and I'm doing shoulder width on the pushes. So it's gonna come out to 200 pushes, 220 rows. As soon as I seen him doing it, as soon as I seen Jacob doing like I'm doing that shit. We do the rows in 2 rep increments. It'll be 14, 12, 10. Okay. Yeah. We on 14 and going down. We go up, went up 20, coming down 20. Yeah, Jacob Beast for sure. Yeah, Jacob Beast for sure. Yeah, we was just sitting here chopping it up, man. Talking about knowing your worth, man. Being able to isolate yourself. You know, I was telling them like, once you're able to just be by yourself and you don't need no validation, no attention, you don't need to be around people, you don't need to be in crowds. You found peace, man. You found, and you could be content with that. You found you some peace in your life, man. And I promise you, man, I ain't never been at peace with myself except these past 5 years. Ever before in my life, man. It was always a rage inside of me, man. Always, man. I had to go hang out with the fellas. I had to go out on the weekends. I had to kick, had to be around motherfuckers and shit. You know, because you motherfuckers cracking stale jokes, laugh, kicking it, having fun, and you kicking it, and time be flying. You know what I'm saying? But when you get back to yourself, you still got to go through what you're going through. So why not just go through it? Go through it and get through it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be avoiding the pain, man. Motherfuckers be avoiding the pain. You know, once I sat down and dealt with myself, man, now, man, I got peace. And peace, it's a difference between peace and happiness, man. I don't think I'm ever find total happiness. I don't think nobody can ever be totally happy. But you can damn sure be peaceful within yourself, man. The waves don't have to be fucking just pounding against the shore. It could just be a calm ocean out there, calm motherfucking lake, a calm fucking river. You know what I'm saying? 14. Ah, ah. That shit ain't gonna be easy either, man. Trying to find peace within yourself, that shit don't be easy. That ain't no easy walk. It's gonna be tough, man. And the more shit you've been through in your life, the more trauma you've been through in your life, the more bullshit you've been through in your life, the harder it's gonna get and the longer it's gonna take. But you just gotta keep walking till you find it, man. I promise you, I'm a living witness, man. If you hang in there, you gonna find peace, man. That's why I tell people, y'all know my slogan, don't give up today. And we ain't just talking about no motherfucking train. We talking about with life. Don't quit today. Tomorrow might be the day that you find peace. Find peace, man. And what's going on in the world, that ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Straight up. Yes, son. Yes, man. Once you sit through every emotion, come to find peace. Yes, sir. God knew what he was doing when he brought us all together. He sure did. Much love. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, they gonna look at you like that. People gonna try to make you look like you crazy. You the one crazy. But actuality, you looking at shit with a different perspective. Now, for a while, you gonna think you crazy. I used to look in the mirror like, what's going on with me? Why everybody good and I'm all fucked up inside? You know what I'm saying? But come to reality, they the ones crazy. They the ones ain't dealt with their shit. They the ones going through it behind the social media, behind the motherfucking cameras, behind the videos and shit. They some motherfucking where crying. They somewhere motherfucking hurting. They somewhere fucked up, toe up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They somewhere off all type of hard drugs and shit like that. They motherfucking alcoholics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't deal with themselves in a sober mind. You know what I'm saying? They can't walk with themselves in a sober mind. You know what I'm saying? They got to be under some type of hallucinogen. They got to be drunk. You know what I'm saying? They can't motherfucking walk in the sober mind. They ain't happy with this. I ain't gonna say happy. They ain't at peace with themselves, man. They ain't at peace with themselves. So yeah, they gonna look at you like that. But fuck them though. You keep on walking your walk. Cause you looking for peace. You ain't looking for validation. You ain't looking for attention. You ain't looking to fit in. You ain't looking to try to, stand with them and shit. You trying to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So you keep walking your walk. You keep walking your walk. I'm trying to get this name right, son. Oh, no, that's a trajectory change. Yeah. They gonna look at you like that, bro. Yeah, they gonna look at you like that. And I used to feel some type of way. I was just telling y'all. I used to be on social media, on Facebook all the time I'm wondering why, like, my family and my people I grew up with wasn't celebrating my change, man. But in reality, they looking at you crazy. They can't even see your change, man. They still see you as your past. They still see you as your past because they never changed. So they don't think change is possible. You know what I'm saying? They still look at you as your past, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they never changed. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. If you got any children, how many children you got? How many children y'all got? Could y'all give me some answers? How many children you got, Luke? How many children you got, Bundy? How many children you got, DJL? How many children you got? DJL got one. Luke got none. How many you got, Bundy? Uh, trajectory change. How many children you got? My son, stepson, two. Okay. Trajectory change. How many children you got? One. Okay. Where my other man at? Gillimore. Cyber Villain. How many children you got? Barry. How many children you got? There you go. How you say that? Gillimore Mo. Gillamy. How many children you got? Guess how many I got? I got all the children. I just had to come with that with y'all. Y'all got all the children. Next time somebody asks you how many children you got, Luke, you got all the children, Luke. You got all the children. You know what I'm saying? They say it's easier to fix a child than a broken man. You know what I'm saying? We all got the children. They all ours, man. It take a village, man. We got all the children. All the children come to my shop. I show everybody love, man. I make them all feel good. I lift them all, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't come to my shop with no dusty shoes on, no dirty clothes on. I gotta go get them something, man. I gotta go take them something, man. The teacher just came into school today, man. I'm finna donate a whole bunch of deodorant and hand wipes and hand sanitizer and shit for a classroom. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, the kids, I'm gonna be much woolly. So I was planning on going to get some stuff. I said, come here Friday, I got you. I got all the children, man. You know what I'm saying? Got all the children, man. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, yeah. So next time somebody asks you how many children you got, you tell them you got all of them. They all in your hands. Any child that come around you, man, they protected, they provided for, they loved. You know what I'm saying? Same affection you show yours, man. You show to everybody children, man. Straight up. And it ain't no bad children ever born. It's only bad children created, man. So if you see a bad little boy, a bad little girl running around just being bad, not listening, all that, that come from home. You know what I'm saying? It's not one child that was born on this earth that was created bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that old saying back in the day used to be, I was born a killer. Oh, you wasn't, man. You was born innocent till somebody snatched your innocence from you, man, and made you a killer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no child born on this earth bad. I remember I remember my daughter do some stuff. I'd be like, you bad. And her grandmama used to hear my wife, grandmother used to hear me say, she'd be like, don't never call your children bad. You always tell them they good. When they doing bad, you chastise them, you discipline them, whatever you got to do. But you never call them bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be thinking that shit cute, man. When you do that, man, you creating a monster. You know what I'm saying? No, they always good, man. Straight up. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. He said he used to watch Mark. Hey, yeah, yeah, Luke, you right about that. Mark used to say that. I didn't know that. It was just one time we was having this it was this little event they kind of threw at the shop, and it was for the children. They was giving away some Chicago Bulls tickets and shit to the children and shit, and they was all in the shop, and the lady where I came up with that at is we was giving away candy and shit like snacks and shit to them, snack baskets and shit to them, and the lady, one of the producers from the Chicago Sports Network was asked, she like, how many children you got? And I looked around and I see all the children in the shop, and it just hit me. I'm like, I got all the children. I said, all these my children. And she just smiled. She said, I never heard that before. Yeah, it's just bad parenting, man, or no parenting at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these children just don't have enough love in their life. A lot of parents think just buying their children substance, like keep them in new shoes or new clothes and putting food on the table, then you a good parent. Nah, half of these children only got books in their house and shit, flashcards, blocks with the ABCs and one, two, threes on them. Remember flashcards? I know they just throw a tablet in front of them, a phone in front of them. They don't even put parental guidance on their phone, so they be into looking at all type of shit. They be listening to all type of ratchet ass music, right with their children in the car. They children in the car talk about how they drilling and killing people. They 5 and 6 years old because you listen to that bullshit around them. You got to be vigilant. You know what I'm saying? That's why the word of God say, don't put no evil thing in front of your eye or in your ear. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be vigilant. By you being older, yeah, you probably can listen to some of that garbage music and not go reenact that shit. But children, they gonna act that shit out. You can't put all that shit in their ears and in their eyes. Yeah, I definitely love the children, man. And especially the ones that I be feeling like, because it's a building on the corner where my shop at. One of them big gold mine buildings, probably about 30 units in that motherfucker where everybody just paying $400-500 a month for rent, maybe six at the most. Roaches and rats all through that motherfucker. A couple of floors just got fucking it's floors with a bunch of studio apartments, and the bathroom is in the hallway for the whole unit. You know what I'm saying? If everybody who stay in the studios use the bathroom. It's a public bathroom for that floor. But everybody got a studio. And I used to live in a building like that with the roaches and rats. So whenever I see them, I can't do nothing but show them some love, man. They be needing that shit, man. And then from a perfect stranger, you know what I'm saying? That shit make it even more better, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, I can't help but to show love, man. Straight up. Love breeds love. Yes, it does. Environment is key. Yeah, bro, kids up here, they only know how to be. They definitely not bad. We just forgot how to be like kids. Yep, yep. I used to be like to my mama and pops, why my people get to stay out late, but I have to come in street lights. They would tell me, cause they parents don't care about them. We care about you. That was facts. I went through the same thing. Promise you, DJ L. Now the most they used to let us do after the street light, we had to come in, we had to check in, and then every now and then they'll let us sit on the front porch. They'll let us sit on the front porch. Other than that, yeah, we had to be in at the street lights, man. And we used to wonder like, and I promise you this shit, on my block, on my block, out of all the children that used to just be stay out at the street lights and be running all over the place, I'm gonna say only one of them off my block. There's plenty of more blocks around, but my block, only one of them, me and my brother, really doing okay today and not in jail or dead. I'm gonna say two two cats and me and my brother. The rest of them motherfuckers dead in jail off dope. Some they fucked up. They fucked up. I promise you. And it come all the way back to the parents. Now sometimes you can have some decent parents. Like my mama went through it. I went through a lot of struggle with my mama. That's where a lot of my trauma came from. My daddy was always stable and shit. Now when I moved in with my daddy, the household was always stable and shit. We always had food. I always had clean clothes. I ain't gonna say the best clothes. We had clean clothes, deodorant, toothpaste, all the essentials. You know what I'm saying? We needed. And it was always a stable. I just decided to jump off the fucking porch like a fool. You know what I'm saying? That shit, I got caught up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up in that shit. But by the grace of God, I made it out of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say to y'all, I'll never change anything I ever been through in my life, man. Straight up. Cause I wouldn't be who I am today, man. That's why when I see them shorties, you know what I'm saying? I be feeling their pain. That's why I gotta show them some love. A lot of times I can't even take orders in my shop, man. I can't even take orders. Cause I give everything away, man. I can't even take orders, man. You know what I'm saying? Mama coming there with the shorty, you know what I'm saying? She be like, how much is that? He like, I want that one. How much is that? It costs this much. No, you can't get that. You get this. You know what I'm saying? She get him a fucking 25-cent sucker and buy her $15 loaded fry. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be looking at the shorty and I'll be like, here, I'll give him the $3 toy, toy candy and shit. Like, fuck. I can't even take orders, man. You know what I'm saying? I just be wanting the shorties to smile, man. These two little girls, they twins. They must have just moved around there because I know pretty much most of the shorties and shit. But they came in there and they both got some waffle cones. I gave them their waffle cone. They left. Like, y'all be safe or whatever. They came back the next day, right? They was like, "Ooh, they want some more waffle cones, huh? Her sister, they twins." And she went to the back of her phone and she was like, "Oh, where my money go?" It was like their mama had gave. She's like, "I lost the $10." She told me the truth. She's like, "I lost the $10." And it was almost like they asked their mama or daddy or whatever, could they get some ice cream when they got out of school? And somebody had, how the little kids, they had their phone, they had that little case on the back, and they had put their little money in the case. I guess somebody had cuffed. And the little girl knew she wasn't finessing because when she seen it was gone and she looked at her sister, you could just see her eyes just tear up. And I could not take that shit. I was like, hey, just tell them it's on me. And I gave them both $10 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all gonna have a good day, man. And I'm like, put that up. Don't put it in your sole of your shoe, so don't nobody steal it next time. People be sleep on the sole of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? You in school, this sole ain't coming out. But you just pull the sole up, put your money in there. You ain't gonna lose it. Don't put it in your sock or nothing. Put it at the sole of your shoe. Ain't no way you gonna lose it then. But yeah, and then check it out. And then when I gave them that, not only did they add water when they she figured out she lost the money, but when I gave them the ice cream and the money, the tear actually came down. That shit made the hair on my arm stand up. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I told you that giving is a selfish feeling, man. Sometimes you give, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause the way it make you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, ain't no better feeling, man, than when I be giving, man. But I do it from the heart. Don't get me wrong. Do it for the feeling. I don't do it to get nothing back in return. You know what I'm saying? Most people I get to is little children. What they gonna give me back in return? I don't be looking nothing for. I give because God bless me in a way where I'm able to give. That's why I do it. Not for nothing in return, man. Nothing. I don't look for nothing in return. You know, I catch a whole lot of blessings. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I count them all too. But I don't do it for that. You know what I'm saying? I work hard for what I get. You know what I'm saying? And I just like showing love, man. You know what I'm saying? I just like showing the probably more when it comes to them shorties, because I think it was with me. I used to look for it so much and I never found it, never got it. You know what I'm saying? Never got it. I was a little shorty one time. I had like my mama had gave me $3, and she said I could go to the little corner store. I was walking. I'm a shorty. I don't know no better. Grown man snatched my shit out of my hand and ran. $3 out of a little kid hand, man. Grown ass man. Now you know I was young, 8, 9 years old. I don't know if he was a junkie, bum. I don't know what he was. You know what I'm saying? But all I know is shit. I don't remember grown motherfuckers giving me shit. In my memory bank, I can remember grown motherfuckers taking shit from me. You know what I'm saying? We on four, y'all. Hey Jacob, I'm doing your routine, man. I'm talking more than you, but I'm definitely doing your routine. Jacob doing your routine. We on the last 2 rounds. Only difference is, Jacob, I'm doing mine with my legs straight out. And instead of diamonds, I'm doing shoulder width. But shoot, salute. Everybody salute to Jacob Love, man, for showing me this routine. It definitely was tough, man. Shout out to you, Jacob, because you was really hitting that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking a lot of my shit, but you was really hitting that shit. And the reason I wanted to do it because I know doing 20 straight rows is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Then you went up the ladder and down. I know doing 20 straight rows is not easy. So I'm like, yeah, that's a challenge there. Okay, I'm gonna do that shit. And then I'm definitely feeling it in my lats, my scapulas, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I ain't did no rows in a minute. But shout out to Jacob Love, man, for this routine, y'all. That's where I got it from. And I will be doing it a lot more. And maybe next time I do it, I'm gonna do it a little more intense. You know, I might be like, if I got a break, I'm gonna break. But you know, I'm gonna do it a little more intensely next time I do it, though. Trajectory change. Where you from, bro? I like to shout out people cities, man. Trajectory change. Where you from? I like to shout out people city. DJL, North Carolina. Luke, Germany. Abundant, Colorado. Uh, Jacob, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I like to shout out cities, man. You know, I be wanting to get to know my people and where they from, man. So trajectory, trajectory change, man. Damn, that shit a tongue twister to me, man. Yeah, so shout out to Jacob, man, for doing that 420 reps yesterday. Yeah, ain't no better feeling than making somebody cry because you showed them love. It's a way better feeling than making somebody cry because you hurt them. It's a way better feeling when you're showing them love and you see a tear come from their eye. Ain't no better feeling, man. We on two, y'all. We on two. New York. Oh yeah, shout out to New York, man. That's the calisthenics capital of the world, boy. I love my people in New York. Shout out to New York, man. That's how I got started in calisthenics. Watching them cats get their money, man. When I first started training, I did body weight like in the military and when I played football and wrestled and shit like that. We did burpees and push-ups, sit-ups and all that shit. We also hit weights and shit. But I didn't know it was called calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was called that. So, you know what I'm saying? Until now. I knew about cats in the joints doing fucking 1,000 push-ups and dips and shit like that, but I didn't know what it was called. I just, motherfuckers doing push-ups, sit-ups. I didn't even know it was called body weight. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something motherfuckers did. But when I started training, my first few months, when I started trying to lose weight, I was doing a lot of cardio. You know what I'm saying? Sprints and you know what I'm saying, walking and uh a few burpees and shit like that. It was more cardio based shit. That's when I was with my wife friend, which is a trainer. I was with her, and it was she do a lot of cardio based stuff, jumping jacks and shit like that. So jumping rope and shit like that. But then I started researching on YouTube, and then I found these cats and they pull ups and all that shit. I'm like, hold on, what the fuck? And that's when I found out, and it was the New York cats. It was the New York cats. So the New York cats ones that really got me going into calisthenics like I do now. You know what I'm saying? And made me feel comfortable. I ain't have to lift weights or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really. When I lifted weights before I had fell off and gained all that weight. I was big, but then that shit just dropped all on me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like uh, with calisthenics, you it's some cats that's really jacked off this shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this stick with you a little more than just lifting weights, man. Nothing against people lift weights, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like you get your heart rate up a little more than with the calisthenics than you do with just plain lifting weights and shit. But you definitely, get buffed off the weights. But I don't feel like it's. I feel like calisthenics give you more of a strength. They give you more strength than just being buff and strong, big motherfucking shit. Of course, they strong, but I think it's a difference between being strong and having strength. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them cats can bench fucking 500 pounds and can't do one pull up. You know what I'm saying? What's the use of being fucking 250 pounds straight jack, but you can't push or pull your own body weight? That's awkward to me. Shout out to New York. Muscle with Shadow. I used to do Australian pull-ups when I could do pull-ups. Couldn't do pull-ups. Yeah. Brazy. What's up, Brazy? What's up, boy? You been good? How everything been going? They just gave me another quarter day. That's okay. Hang in there. That's how it go. Okay, man. It's September 18th. Hopefully that shit get dismissed. Yeah, what's my man name? Muscle with Shadow. Yeah, that's what gets you to pull-ups. inverted rows or Australian pull-ups. Australian pull-ups the same basically as inverted rows, but or you could do horizontal pull-ups with the straight bar using basically the same muscle. The only difference is it's almost like chin-ups, basically, because you're using more of your biceps. But that's definitely what gets you to the pull-ups, though. You do enough for them motherfuckers. You get on top of that bar, you're gonna definitely be able to pull yourself up. But yeah, that's what I used to do too. This what I used to do, muscle and what is it? Muscle with shadow. Muscle with shadow. Yeah, I used to do struggle, struggle trying to do one pull up, get about right here, come down, do me one inverted row, wait 30 seconds, and do that shit 20 times. And do that shit 20 times. Now I could get about, when I'm fresh, on a fresh start, I probably could get about 20, 21 pull ups straight. So inverted rows is the go-to to get you going on your pull-ups. So Jacob, you need to do more routines with that, what you did yesterday, like that. And I promise you, your pull-up game gonna get way better, straight up. But good money though yesterday, Jacob. I was impressed with that shit. So Jacob, the crazy part is the woman keep trying to get at me while I'm on my healthy vibes. Everybody wanna choose up and be friendly. Hey, stay focused, bro. Praise the worst feeling in the world as a man is going through things you can't control. Just gotta pray and stay positive. Yeah. Nah, but check it out though. Check it out though. Check it out, Brazy. Sometimes we get ourselves in positions where they out of our control. But if we would have made the right decisions in the first place, we wouldn't be in the positions where we'll be it'll be out of our control. So just next time, I don't know what your situation was and what you had, what you went going through, but just remember, man, if it was only you know, if it was a bad decision, then you got to make better decisions. You know what I'm saying? Next time, you know what I'm saying? And just whatever you got to go through, you know, especially if it was a bad decision on your part that got you in that position, you just got to go through what you go through and hold yourself accountable and try not to make that same mistake again. Uh, Real pro trader. Very good form, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Keep your mind in books and off them girls. Laugh it out. Pops from the house party voice. Not the house party. Yeah. Yeah, don't be focusing on them females, man. But that's what come with it, though, man. When you stop chasing, shit start chasing you, man. You know what I'm saying? But you just stay focused, man. You stay focused. Uh, I worked on scapular pull-ups and magic. The body gets elevated one day. Real pull-ups. That's crazy. I don't do magic though, but anything that works for you, that's cool with me. Jacob Love, Facts DJ. Who goes to Burger King? Mr. CJ, who goes to Burger King? Hey, Jacob Love, you and your motherfucker, Jacob is wild. Hey, but yeah, y'all, man, appreciate y'all coming through, man. Jacob, man, trajectory change. You done been through it a few times. I recognize that name. Yeah, he be saying all that is Jacob Love, man. He be popping in and out. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Jacob, man. Show him some love. And DJL Abundant. Y'all make sure y'all go show them some love. Motherfucker, Jacob gonna come in your shit and he gonna motherfucker show you some fucking love for sure. So y'all make sure y'all show them some love. How long you train today, sir? We train every day. Matter of fact, my guy on here now, his name Abundant. We doing this challenge together. It's 400 reps or more for 100 days straight. I think we on day 83. We got 17 more days left. Right, Abundant? Appreciate that, Abundant. Yeah, so, yeah, but I don't really give myself no time. Sometimes I walk through my training, sometimes I run through my training. Sometimes I make it intense, sometimes I don't even break a sweat, like today. But I always get my reps in though. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing at least 150 reps every day, 50 pulls at least, and 100 pushes. The only thing is, I don't got to get 50 pulls today because I did all them fucking inverted rows, 220 of them. But y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to DJL 1493, y'all. We need to get him to 50 subscribers. Y'all do me that favor. Subscribe to DJL 1493. We trying to get him to 50 subscribers, man. But shout out to Luke. Shout out to Brazy. Shout out to Muscle with Shadow. Shout out to Trajectory Change. Shout out to DJL. Shout out to Abundant. Shout out to Jacob Love. I hope where is it? Al, don't forget to hydrate. Al Husani, appreciate that. Said don't forget to hydrate. Definitely. I need to give me some water now. What's that brother name? Shout out to Luke 96. Shout out to Luke Oakley. What's that name I keep chopping up? Mojo Psycho. Shout out to Paul and Barry the Dank Hippo. Shout out to Paul and Barry. Shout out to both. There you go, his name right there. Guliman, Gula, Gula, Gulalami, Gulalami. I wasn't the best at read, y'all, but I can count like a motherfucker. That's what really counts too, cause numbers is universal. You think 100, 150 push-ups, food money for daily? Yeah. That's good money. That's good money. Shit, that's good money right there. If you could do more, do more. But shit, 100 push-ups, 150 push-ups a day? Shit, that'll keep the doctor away. Shit, you don't even need no apple. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm finna chill out and relax. I got a half a day off, man. I just need to get this little work in. So the rest of the day, I'm finna just chill out. I already put my hours in at the shop, man. Now it's time for me to just relax a little bit. I'm finna take a shower and take a nap, man. Get up and find me something to eat, man. Yeah. Yeah, Jake from one of his pages say, "Who eat Burger King? Me. I might eat that shit today." Better just thank you, no doubt, no doubt. And try to get you some. If you can't do pull-ups, trajectory change. Try to do you some inverted rows or something. Horizontal pull-ups. You can use a table. You don't even need no bar. You don't need no equipment. Get you a table. Go underneath the table and just pull yourself up. Or you could use a door. Just hang on the side of the door, bend your legs, and pull yourself up over there, boy. But if you can't do a pull-up, do inverted rows or horizontal pull-ups, Australian pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be all right. Have a nice day. You too, Muscle with Shadow. Appreciate that. Double Whopper with cheese, fries, and 2 chocolate chip cookies. Now we gonna stay on this though, DJL man. I'm gonna stay on this. Have a good one, bro. Peace and love, chat. No doubt, no doubt. You too, abundant. Peace and blessings to all y'all and all y'all family into the chat, man. To the YouTube family. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all holding your boy down, holding me accountable. Abundant. Day 83, we got 17 more days, man. Day 83 in the bag. We got 17 more days, man. We chopping this shit down like a motherfucker. What they say, if you hit a tree, if you chopping at a tree to bring it down, and you hitting it all over the place, you probably never bring it down. But if you chop at that motherfucker in the same spot over and over again, eventually that motherfucker gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? So we about to bring the tree down, guys. We've been chopping at this motherfucking tree for 83 days. That motherfucker about to fall. Timber! No doubt, it definitely feel good. It definitely feel good. Hey, shout out to you, Jacob Love, for the routine today, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep going hard, bro. Keep going hard. That's definitely an inspiration. All y'all, man. Y'all keep doing your thing, man. You think you're not inspiring and motivating people, but you are, man. Abundant, I came right at the end of his live today. He made me get off my ass and come. I hate working out late, man, but I got in here and got it in. Jacob Love, I watched his live last night. He put in that work and made me do this routine today. You know what I'm saying? So I promise y'all keep putting in y'all work, man. You don't know who you gonna motivate, who you gonna inspire. And when you out there in the world, man, when you're not training, make sure you show somebody some love, man. You never know what that'll do for them, man. So you make sure y'all show some love. Don't be no sucker. Don't be finessed by nobody. Don't be no pushover or nothing. But man, everybody needs some love sometimes. So when y'all out there in the world, make sure y'all show somebody some love, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you show somebody some love, man. Man, glory be to God, man. And everybody have a great day. Stay positive. Leave them negative people behind, man. When you get to where you going, you're going to look back. They're going to be still right there doing the same shit. We out, though. Appreciate that, Muscle with Shadow. Yes, sir. We all do this. So keep doing. I don't care if you on YouTube training, if whatever. You could just go to the gym. You could just go to the park. I went to the park the other day and did some dips on the bench. And my man walked up to me like, "Man, I never knew. I'm glad you showed me you could do dips on the bench. I didn't even know he was watching." So it's always somebody watching. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive. Stay positive. It's always somebody watching, and people more so do what they see and not what they hear. So if they see you doing positive things, it might rub off on somebody else to do something positive. They see you training, they might start training themselves. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. We out. Need motivation? Hit your notification. I'm on here just about every day. And we out.